Okay, real talk. You open the delivery app, 300 restaurants, 4,000 dishes, and 45 minutes later, you're eating cereal standing up. Over the sink. Sound familiar? Here's the part that is going to mess with you. It is not because you're indecisive. It is not because you're bad at making choices. Something way weirder is happening in your brain, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. By the end of this video, I'm going to give you a 5-minute fix that ends this forever. Not a productivity hack, not just pick something. An actual glitch in your brain you can patch. Stick around because step 4 is the one nobody talks about, and it is the one that actually works. Let's talk about your last Friday night. You had one job, watch a movie, you had Netflix, Prime, Disney, and probably 3 more apps you forgot you're paying for. You scrolled and scrolled and scrolled. You watched 40 trailers. You read plot summaries for movies you'll never watch. You checked Rotten Tomatoes scores like you were defusing a bomb. And then it was 11:47 p.m. and you just closed the laptop. Nothing happened. You didn't even pick the bad option. You picked nothing. That is the twist. Nobody talks about. Having infinite options doesn't make you free. It makes you frozen. Here's the part that is actually kind of dark. When you think about it, this isn't about food or movies at all. This is your brain running the exact same program it runs when you're avoiding a homework assignment. I'm serious. Think about it. When you were a kid and you had an essay due, you didn't sit down and write it immediately, right? You cleaned your room. You reorganized your pencil case. You suddenly needed a snack. That is not laziness. That is your brain protecting you from the possibility of getting it wrong. Well, congratulations, adult version of you is doing the exact same dance, except instead of an essay, it is pad thai versus a burrito bowl. Now, here is the part that flips everything. You'd think more options equals more freedom, right? That is literally what every delivery app and streaming service is selling you. Look how much choice you have. But researchers have actually shown the opposite. The more open-ended options you're given, the more your brain treats the decision like it is being graded. And nobody wants to fail a test they didn't study for. So what do? You don't take the test, you just don't choose cereal over the sink, nothing on the TV. Sound painfully familiar? And look, this isn't just a wasted 20 minutes problem. This is happening with what to wear in the morning, what to text back, which job application to actually finish, which apartment listing to click on. Every single one of these moments, your brain is quietly grading you, and you're quietly refusing to take the exam. I call this the homework effect. Your brain doesn't experience open-ended choice as opportunity. It experiences it as an ungraded pop quiz with infinite questions and no answer key. And the second something feels like homework, your brain's default response for all of human history has been to avoid it. Here is the twisted part. The apps know this. They are not designed to help you decide faster. They are designed to keep the exam open as long as possible. Because the longer you scroll, the more ads you see, the more recommended for you tiles you click. You're not bad at making decisions. You're up against $1 billion industry that profits every single second you can't. Okay, deep breath. This is fixable. Here is exactly how you shut the homework effect down. Step 1, kill the exam before it starts. The second you open an app with more than 5 options, your brain already enrolled you in a test, so don't open the full menu. Before you even unlock your phone, pick a category out loud: spicy, something with rice, under $15, one word. That one word turns infinite exam into pick between 3 things. And 3 things doesn't feel like homework. It feels like a snack decision, because it is one. This works for movies too, by the way. Don't open Netflix and browse, decide comedy, or something I can half watch before you open the app. Boom, exam canceled before it is even handed out. Step 2, set a timer you're not allowed to argue with. 90 seconds? That is it. Not because 90 seconds is scientifically perfect, but because a timer removes the grading feeling entirely. You're not being judged on the right answer anymore. You're just racing a clock. Fun fact, your brain treats time pressure and grading pressure as 2 completely different systems. One paralyzes you. The other one just makes you act like a contestant on a game show, which, weirdly, feels fun instead of scary. Here is the part that is going to surprise you, though. Steps 1 and 2 aren't even the real fix. They're just damage control. The real fix is something almost nobody does, because it feels wrong. Ready? Step 3, deliberately pick good enough on purpose, not the best option, not the optimal choice. The first thing that clears a bar of yay, that'll be fine. I know that sounds like giving up. It is not. Giving up is the cereal over the sink. This is the opposite. This is taking control back from an exam that was never fair to begin with, because there was never a correct burrito. There is no AI movie choice. There is just food, and there is just a Tuesday night, and neither of those things were ever supposed to be homework. Step 4. And this is the one nobody talks about. Practice choosing badly on purpose. In low-stakes moments, just to prove to your own brain that a wrong answer doesn't actually hurt you. Order the weird menu item you've never tried. Pick the movie with the worst rating on purpose. Once a week, every single time you do this and the world doesn't end. You're literally rewiring the part of your brain that thinks every choice is a final exam. You're teaching it. There is no test. There was never a test. You've been free this whole time. And here is the thing that actually gets me a little emotional about this. How much of your actual life, not just dinner, not just movie night, how much of your actual life has quietly stalled out because some part of you is still standing in front of a menu, terrified of getting graded on a decision. Nobody was ever going to grade. The job you didn't apply for, the message you didn't send, the plan you didn't make. The good news, you just found the glitch, and glitches, once you see them, you can patch them. So tonight, open that delivery app, say one word out loud before you even look at the menu, set your 90-second timer, and pick something good enough. Then come back and tell me what you ordered. Not because I'm grading you. There is no grade, there never was.